Hello again, and welcome back to my LinkedIn Boolean Basics. In the first video, we talked about the and or Boolean operators, and today we're going to talk about quotation marks and building them in with and or as well. So from the previous examples, you probably saw that it was one title with one skill, so like analyst and SQL. But there are plenty of job titles out there that are more than one word. So we have sales executive or software engineer, not just engineer. And by putting in just software engineer and SQL or and Python, you're going to get very different results than if you put it in quotation marks. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again so I can show you a little bit more what I mean. So we're going to go back to our search bar. We're going to go back to people. And if we try this, for example, software engineer and Python. So here we have 1.8 million results. If we switch it and we put in quotation marks, we get 899,000 results. So it's nearly cut in more than half. So why is this? Without the quotation marks, so if we go back to this search string here, LinkedIn reads spaces as an and. So it's looking for any profiles that have the word software and engineer and Python. But what you may be looking for is that exact phrase, software engineer. So by putting it in quotation marks, you're looking for that exact phrase within a profile. So these people are going to have, for example, Meg has come up again. She came up in our last video too. In her past, she had the term software engineer, exactly as software engineer, and then Python is in there in her headline and in her title as well. And here we have staff software engineer at Airbnb. I bet if we were to look through his profile and do a Command F, we would find the Python in there in his profile too. So quotation marks are really, really helpful when you're looking for a specific phrase or a specific title. So let's play around with some others as well. So let's, because we're not all engineers, and I know I default to engineers as examples, let's go with some salespeople. So a word for, or title for sales is not just sales professional. There's also a common word is account executive. So if we go account executive and say we want to connect with someone who is working on enterprise clients, we could do account executive and enterprise. And here we have about 300,000 people. Another way to identify enterprise, for example, would be B2B. So that could be another keyword instead, and B2B. Okay, so similar again, similar amount of people. So if we do another search and we do project manager, because I know there's a lot of people who I've been speaking to who are project managers or looking to become project managers, and we go, say for example, you want to be a project manager in finance. Here are people who are already doing that. So finance and strategy, finance project and process manager, finance project manager, finance project manager. So it's all coming up. But maybe you don't want to be a finance project manager. Maybe you want to be doing maybe something like operations. Here we go. We have actually nearly double the amount of operations PMs than we do finance PMs. And so you're kind of getting a sense of what the different pools of talent look like. So you can start reaching out to people saying, hey, I'm really interested in project management. I'm specialized in operations. I see you're doing the exact same thing. Would love to connect. Or I've been in PM and I've been focusing on finance, but would love to shift to operations. Would love to talk to you about this. And I see that you're doing this and I'd love to just connect and share stories, for example. So there's a few things that you could do there as well. And then say, for example, if you are in marketing, you could do marketing manager and consumer. If you're looking to be a marketing manager for consumer brands, you have 500,000 people. And again, I'm curious what happens if we do marketing manager for enterprise. Half that as well. So far more marketing managers are on the consumer side than the enterprise side. And for anyone who may not know the difference, consumer would be more like, say, a marketing manager of Apple products to the people who are going to be using them. So say, for example, an iPhone marketing manager is going to be iPhone marketing manager that's consumer focused, versus enterprise would be more B2B. So say, for example, I'm still Apple, but I'm selling hardware to other companies. So say, for example, like I am Apple and I'm selling Apple computers to Facebook because their employees use Apple. I don't know if they do or not, but they could. They might use Macs. I don't know if they do or not. So you could be doing some B2B marketing for that in terms of like getting people to sign up and companies to sign up to use your hardware for your company. So that's more the B2B and what it means by enterprise marketing. So it's good to do some research. It's good to use these as well because you can go into these profiles and see where they started and even get ideas of other titles so that you can then bake that into your job search and into the kinds of roles that you're applying for too. So many different ways that we can use what you've learned from just these couple of key phrases and these results already. So the world is your oyster. So I hope you continue to research and then use this for more thoughtful networking and hunting and network connecting. So let me know in the comments what your Boolean phrases have been, what you've played around with, if you've any questions. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, and we will see you again soon with more Boolean basics.